again. So I warned you in my newbie video that I'm a little bit of a Disney princess and some idiot about to die, and I'm gonna enjoy every second of it kind of girl when it comes to my reading and everything else. So I thought for my first video I'd go with something kind of in the middle of that, which you can tell the spooky stuff right behind me there. But so we're gonna go with one of my favorite authors that thankfully he's actually putting out 2 books this year, as I've been waiting since 2018 when The Last Odyssey came out for a new one. So we're at James Rollins and The Starless Crown. Now, generally I'm not the fantasy type. Usually I don't like the names, they're too similar and I get them mixed up, or they're trying too hard to be different and I can't keep them straight. And when the villain and the good guy keep switching places, it makes for a very different, story. Or, they're just trying to be so different that I'm all for suspension of belief. That's half the fun of reading, is reality sucks, let me have some fun. But when you go a little too far, no, suspension of belief doesn't work. It's just unbelievable. Rollins, on the other hand, generally he's a thriller writer. He has a Sigma series that I absolutely love. But he decided to kind of go back to his roots where he was James Clemens when he first came out and wrote fantasy. The Starless Crown is a little in between, and he doesn't have any of the usual problems that, at least for me, I run into of not being able to keep everything straight and believe it. He has an epic new world, but you're not really going to get confused between Nyx and Frel and, the evil Wren or anything like that. So, for this particular one, we start off with woman running into the swamps to escape and having her baby girl there and not surviving. So, starts off, sounds kind of sappy, but don't worry, it gets much better. So, this poor girl ends up blind, and we, deal with that and find out, so she goes to this one school, which is in what they call the Crown, because in this universe, the Earth doesn't turn. Half of it faces the sun forever and is fried. The other half, of course, is frozen. The Crown is the only place where people can actually kind of live and make do more than just struggle to survive. And they have a school there. And of course, everybody picks on the poor little blind girl, especially the rich brats that are only there because, daddy's governor related to the king. And the governess who runs the school ends up walking in on the class. And Nyx, our main character, if you will, as this story is told through multiple people's perspectives, so multiple main characters, but she's really the big one. So, she ends up making them look bad because she has this idea that she can't see, but they have this little machine that's basically like a metal version of the solar system as they understand it, and she can feel that it's moving slightly. So, hey, the Earth turns. What the heck? And they all give her crap about it until the prioress walks in and goes, duh, blind chick can see it. Most of these grown folks can't. Y'all should be proud of her instead of giving her crap. And, they don't like being embarrassed, so they try to punish her once the prioress is gone. And their version of punishment is, this school is think it's like set in the medieval times. If the woman's not a virgin, big no-no. So their plan is to rape her and, have her expelled from the school, which sets off this whole chain of events of, they don't exactly succeed in that. And the boy ends up getting killed in the process of trying to ruin this girl's life. And of course, they want revenge for it. So she ends up running for it, and we meet a whole other cast of characters in her journey to escape what is now basically she's in exile. You can't kill a relation of the king, and, even without it actually being you, because what happens is there's this creature, the Meyer bat, that everybody's absolutely terrified of. Think vampire bat, but big enough to carry off and kill a grown man all by itself. Ends up killing, governor's son. So she's on the run for it, dealing with these creatures, meets all kinds of other ones. And nice little cast. I love his creatures. The names of them are just, I swear, James Rollins knew exactly what he was doing. No shame, I grew up with a bunch of guys, I hang out with guys, and I'm basically a 3-year-old with a dirty mind and a short temper. And there's this creature that is a mix of a bull and an ox, but ginormous. And what do you think our genius called them? Bullets. Yeah, I can't even say that without a little bit of a giggle. Oops, not ashamed. He knew what he was doing, and it's fun. So she's, got these creatures and kind of uses them like a bull or an ox. They're pull sleds, usually around the farm, but she uses them, tries to escape, and ends up meeting one of the king's sons that gets involved in it, and his teacher, Frel. They're all on the run together because he might be the prince, but he's the second son he ain't particularly liked. And this whole other cast of characters, one of which is, he's a thief, but one of the fellow thieves busted him. And so sentenced him to living in the mines, where he stumbles across a bronze statue that is able to come alive, and turns out is a very powerful weapon that everybody's fighting over. So they're all on the run, because he's on the run because he stole the statue and is trying to escape and not be killed. So it's pretty much everybody that's on the run is somebody's off to kill him, and they just happen to all be running into each other. And then what they find out, which is where the name of the series comes from, this is the Starless Crown is the first book in a new series called Moonfall, which, gotta love it when it's kind of like saying the name in the movie. The big problem is the moon is starting to fall and going to destroy the world. And this bronze statue that everyone's fighting over knows this. She is actually extremely ancient, and there used to be lots of them. They actually, remember when the world used to turn. And so, crap. They're trying to figure out how to stop the world from getting destroyed by the moon falling into it. And somehow Nyx and all of these characters are part of this, nice, thrilling plot, and some kind of a sciencey thing that I'm sure is going to make more sense later. There's a professor, and there's got to be some alchemy going on to make a bronze statue come to life, even if there's evil works at hand to initiate that. Which is very much a James Rollins thing. One of the things that I loved about the series that I'm waiting for the newest book to come out is supposed to come out in April. It was supposed to come out 2019. Now the hardback is in April. Is the Sigma series, where he takes, science, history, religion, and just badass action. Like, just to give you a perspective, my favorite character is Kowalski. Because who doesn't love big, dumb muscle that just wants to blow everything to pieces, but is actually just a big, cuddly teddy bear with violent tendencies? He looks like a shaved gorilla, but come on now, he's awesome. It's just way too much fun. So, and it's kind of brought that into this, where it's like, we have these ancient scrolls, and there's legends, that's why they were looking for this bronze statue, is there was legends about it, and there has been talk of Moonfall, but it was brushed off until Frel was doing his own studies and went, oh crap, yep, it's gonna happen, and much sooner than anybody predicted. And we think that, hey, Nyx might be some kind of a key in this with these Meyer bats that she seems to be drawn to and able to communicate with. As that's something that some people can do, but it's like a very rare, dying off skill. So, don't want to give too much away, but if you like action and fantasy but don't want it too far-fetched, it's friggin' awesome. So hopefully, if you haven't heard of James Rollins, I'm jealous, because now you have almost 30 books, 30 different books that you can read before his next one comes out, and you don't have to wait for almost 3 years to find out if he whacked one of your favorite characters or not, because the man is an evil genius. Usually you got a series, the main character's gonna live, because if you kill him off, there's no new book. Who's gonna give up their bestseller paycheck because they killed their hero? No, he made the heroes of the Sigma series an entire group. Anybody can die, and it's still good. People will, it'll keep going. He's already done 15 books, and he's whacked a couple of my favorites and threatened my all-time favorite characters, so nobody's safe. But at the end, he always tells you, okay, this is real, this is fake, this is based on reality, but being a writer, gotta have some fun. Exaggerate a little bit. So, and he doesn't do that as far as telling you what's real and what's not, because, hey, fantasy, duh, it's all fake. But it does bring in, their pantheon of gods from, this series, and a little bit of science and a lot of action. So it blends all of my favorite things in a brand new world of his creation, and if that seems up your alley, then go check it out. If you're not sure, there's actually a preview, which is what got me into it. Was, he gives the first almost 90 pages as a free preview that I had to check out, as fantasy made me a little leery. So give it a go, see if it's for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye!